Hey guys, welcome back to our project. Well, we have learned how to build a project, we have learned how to start a path, and actually I'm going to change this to app anyway. Makes more sense. And yeah, bro, I start this dude with a simple Ctrl C anyway. Okay, let's go back to our application. And guys, we're going to build something really great with this guy. And also, let me see, going to remove all these guys, seriously, except the fact that I need this guy too. Okay, we got this here. Okay, and guys, the way we are going to learn this is really fast. We are going to learn the basics and essential things to build applications, and there are lots of other things you can just scroll through yourself. I'm just going to teach you some basic things to give you a quick start, and you just, if you're a geek, if you're a developer, you can just learn other things with simple crawling on this nicely created and friendly created documentation, and things will be okay. So guys, we got multiple methods of request, actually methods of request in HTTP. The four main ones are, let's make something, what the fuck. Okay, we got four different methods of requesting. The main one, and actually the one that is by default used, actually when I'm reading this page, I'm using a get request. Actually, I'm using what the fuck is that? I'm using actually a get request here, and this get is used to just get information from server to read. Just the simplest one and the basic and the most used one is get. Okay, well, this is just to read info. Okay, the next most used one is to actually is post, and this is how it is used. I don't know, app dot post. The path is going to be, I don't know, new post. Okay, and this and post is actually used to for creation and for sending data from user to the server, and this will actually help us create information, add new rows to our database, and things like that. Create post, and I don't know, return some shit. That doesn't really fucking matter. Okay, so get is used for getting information. Post is used to send information to server from user, and the next one is actually, that's an app dot put. Put is it update post. Put is also used for sending information to the to actually server. I don't know, something like this. Put is also used for updating information, sending information for an update, and this is actually how it works. You just send the information from user to the server. And the last one is actually app.delete function. Delete post, and this is used usually for it's good. I would rather be here. Okay, the last one is delete, and it is used for deleting the post or deleting anything from actual server. But the fact is, these put and delete and post can do the same things. You know, the actually Surface, they do the same thing. They don't really differ much, in fact, and you can do all this. You can actually do the function of put and delete using just pure post, or even using get in some weird ways, but this is a standard, and for a CRUD function, for building a good CRUD function, standard CRUD function, if you don't want your colleagues to laugh at you and say, what the fuck, bro, you are using a get to, I don't know, delete some posts, which you can do this, which you can simply do this. You can send the actual ID of the row using the get, and you can delete the row, super simple. You can also send the ID of the row, and you can send the data to the server using just get simply. You can do this, really, that's super simple anyway. But we don't do that usually. We use put and delete and post. So we have learned, anyway, let me write these two. The third one is put, fourth one is delete, and each single one of these is used for a specific actual reason. So let me show you there are some exotic ones too, actually, as fast API says. Exotic is a nice word, like options, head, pass, and trace, which we don't use much of this. Okay. And we can actually use these functions in these positions, super simple. But we are first of all going to use actually we mostly use post and get to do things, but we'll use these guys too. Okay, so how do we use get and post? So we have learned how to use get, and get is just for getting the information, and super simple, just does what it has to do, super simple and easy. Okay, this guy, if you actually click on try it out and execute it, we just get a done message, which is intended to be sent. Okay, super simple. Now we are going to see how can we actually send parameters and queries using the URL in here. Okay, if you have ever used, I don't know, Django REST framework, or I don't know, Laravel, or absolutely any web framework on the back end or even on the front end, I don't know, if you've been using React, you have been probably using React Navigator or navigating, I don't know, the name is something just like that. Or if you have been using Svelte, you have probably used Svelte routing, Svelte SPA routing, or things like that. You are familiar with this concept of sending parameters through routes or paths or URLs actually. But in YouTube, we got something just like this. We got something just like this. I don't know, youtube.com/watch, and we are going to send some weird shit. I don't know. This is going to ID of the video, and in the browser we send this ID through to the server, and server returns data for that specific video, including URL of the video and I don't know, like count and things like that. This is called a query. And if you go through Instagram, if you care about this, which you definitely care, instagram.com/p/ we got some weird number here, very weird, actually weird number and code here too, which is the ID. I think the structure is something just like this, but don't really care. This is also called a parameter in actually your in your route, which actually sends the ID of the post or code of the post to actually retrieve a specific row from database, and that row actually includes data about that post, including, I don't know, the image URL, description, the user who created that post, and things like that. And how can we achieve such thing in Fast API? That's super simple. I'm going to build a new app.getNew pass here in, and I'm going to put a post. I'm going to actually receive a post post ID from user, and that's going to be post ID. Okay, you can name it whatever you want. You just have to receive this variable. I don't know, get post dash ID here. Okay, you have to receive this post ID in the function you have assigned to this pass, and the name of the function can be anything. You can just name it anything. I don't know, give me the post. You can name this anything you want. Okay, and this has nothing to do with the functionality, and that's all in you. Okay, so we have send this post ID through the pass. Super simple, using a curly brace, double curly brace, or actually a single opening and closing curly brace, and we can get this here. And I'm going to return msg, I don't know, here is your post. Okay, and post is, I don't know, this is your post ID. Something super simple, and I can access this post ID through my function. Super simple, as a usual function variable of a function parameter here. Okay, now I'm going to refresh this guy, and okay, we got these guys because we have created them. I don't want to touch them, but this is what we intended to build. Okay, super simple. I can click try it out. I'm going to send some weird shit, and the result is going to be MSG, actually a JSON formatted response, which called here is your post. This is your post ID, and that's what we wanted anyway. This is actually what we have built it for, and that's it. That was super simple. Okay, so we have checked out how we can send actual parameters through URL. What if I want to use some syntax like this? Okay, this is a traditional way of sending variables, and what if I want to send something like this? I'm going to app.get, build a new path, and that's called post slash, I don't know, let's make something just like give me a video. Okay, super simple. So we have our body, we have our actual function body, and I want to build it something just like YouTube. Okay, that is super simple. The only thing that I have to do is only receive the function, is actually only receive the query, or this guy with the name here. Okay, this is a k value structure. This is a k and this is the value. That's super simple. We start sending and receiving this k value using a question mark, and then the name of the k, and then the value with a equal. And if you want to send multiple of these queries, we are going to add an and person. I don't know what it is called in English. However, we are going to use this and here, and we are going to just add other values, k value structures. I don't know, watch list or playlist, because some other code, I don't know, how to play equals, I don't know, true or 1. So we want to build something just like this here. Okay, in actually response, I'm going to return the value, return something to know that our job is done. Video, what the hell? Video equals Okay, your video ID is going to be this guy. Okay, um, one note that we use. Okay, look, I use the dash dash reload, actually reload flag, which means anytime that I click save here, this is going to restart our save server and actually rerun the whole application. Okay, that's super simple. Going to refresh this guy. Okay, give me the video, and this is our actually what the fuck, a function here, and this is using the function name to build you a description, which is fine, which is good. This is given the post, and I'm going to try it out. You can send whatever you want here, and as you can see, this is not requiring you to send it through here. Okay, and also as you can see, it is curling it. I don't know, curling it. This is using this question mark and query structure here to send your actually request to that point. And also, if you paste this URL in your browser, you can see the same function and same response here. That is super simple. Okay, and how do we receive multiple values from user? You just add and accept more values from user in your function. Okay, super simple. Watch list, I want to receive watch list, and actually it was playlist, not watch list, and auto play here. Okay, you can add default values for these guys. I don't know, PL is going to be 1 by default, and non follow. Oh fuck, that wasn't the syntax anyway. Autoplay is going to be right here, and okay, we are going to send other parameters too. I'm going to use an and in here I'm going to say play PL 20, 24, 23. I don't know, that's just some random shit. And also I'm going to add another ampersand and auto play equals 1. Okay, and I need to PL and auto play. Super simple. Refresh. That's done. That's super simple. Okay, so we have learned how to actually send parameters and queries to our URL, and now we are going to, in actually next video, we are going to use typings and entities and actually some basics of Pydantic, and that's over for now, and see you next video.